Hi, it's Sue here from the Unicorn Advisory, your trusted Kajabi expert with a Kajabi quick tip for you. Gift offers is something that Kajabi introduced in late 2024. You may have already seen the session, the fireside chat that I did with Stanley from the Kajabi Payments team, where we talked through gift offers and some of the great ways that you can use gift offers to increase your revenue and allow people to buy your products and services and gift them to someone else. It is really, really easy to set up. And today, Kajabi have just introduced some improvements to the gift offer feature that I think you're going to love. So I'm going to give you a start to finish walkthrough of gift offers, including how to add these new automations so that it makes it an even more seamless experience for both the giver and the receiver. But first, how easy is it to set up gift offers? Do you need to create new offers? No, you don't. You can simply take an existing offer like this one. This is for a course that I am selling, and you can add a gift option to it. So to do that, you will go into the actual offer itself, go into the settings tab, and then look for enable send gift at checkout. This is something that you can turn on and off at any time, which makes it even more handy. It may be something that you don't want to always have on there as a gift option. So you can just turn it on and save, and that will then add the gift option to your checkout, which is pretty awesome. So we'll come back here and refresh, and we'll now see that we have send as a gift as an option automatically added to your checkout. So that means the person buying is going to put their details in here, but when they go to send as a gift, they will put the recipient's email, they will say who it's from, and there is the option to add a gift message, a personalized message in here. So they can say anything they want up to 500 characters. The buyer also has the choice of whether they want to deliver it immediately, so as soon as they pay, that will go through to the recipient, or if they actually want to schedule it for later. Perfect if they want to send it on a birthday, Christmas, or a specific date in future. So in that instance, the actual redemption saying, hey, you've been given a gift email is going to go out on that selected day sometime after 12 a.m. So that is based on the time that you, or the time zone that you have got your Kajabi account set to. So when someone wants to buy it as a gift, they will save all of that information and then complete the checkout as normal. So if you want to actually make some specifications around that, for example, well, what emails is the gift recipient going to get, and what emails is the gift buyer going to get? That is the basis of some of the awesome changes that have been made in this checkout gift offer scenario. So firstly, you'll need to go to labs. So if you go into your settings, if you've not seen this in here, you may need to turn it on because it is an early access feature as of today, as of the time of recording. Just turn on gift offer automations first so that you can see what I am sharing with you. In future, you will not have to do this if you can just see these in the list of automations. So what we're going to do is go back to details and come down to our automations. So we want to set up a couple of automations. So the first one, add automation. We want to set up when purchased as a gift. So normally you would have the automation when offer is purchased, but you may already have that when offer is purchased, and the email set up for that is going, yay, welcome, you're in to the course. And so when you're sending it as a gift, you probably want to say something different, like, congratulations, thanks for purchasing this as gift for your friend. It will go out on the date of your choosing. If you've got any questions, let us know. So you'd probably send quite a different email to someone who wasn't buying it for themselves. They were buying it as a gift. Now, of course, this is totally optional. If you've got something generic, you may just want to leave it as it is, but you can choose to have a separate email sent when offer is purchased as a gift. You can set up any other automation as normal. So you could add a tag like, gift purchase. You could send an email. You could send to a specific email sequence if you wanted that was just for gifts. Whatever the situation is, you will be able to do that. You may even do cool things like send a single-use coupon. So if someone's buying it as a gift, you might send them a separate coupon saying, hey, thanks so much for purchasing as a gift. Here's a 10% discount off another purchase, something along those lines. You can have multiple automations, but it's great to see these added now as an option. The next automation that you'll want to add is when the gift offer is redeemed. So that's when the gift recipient is getting that gift offer and they are redeeming it. Now, you may just want to have it so that when the offer is redeemed, they get the normal welcome, you're in, blah, 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 email sequence or email that you get. So it may be a case of just saying subscribe to an email sequence and then picking your normal email sequence. The thing is, though, when you do it when gift offer is redeemed, it's going to happen on the day the person redeems it. If you just have this for when offer is purchased, it's going to happen immediately. So doing this when gift offer is redeemed means you get a bit more customization because you know that the email is going to be going to the gift recipient. So you could add something about that in there if you wanted to, or you can just subscribe them to the regular sequence. You could also potentially, again, do things like send a single use coupon. You could add tags. You could send an email to them instead of doing an email sequence. There's lots of options in the automation, so play around with it, but just bear in mind it is really, really useful to be able to send different emails based on the situation. So I just want to show you what this experience is going to look like from the perspective of the person who is purchasing the gift and the receiver of the gift. And I highly recommend that you go through and do this for yourself. Actually go through and test everything out so you can see exactly what it is going to look like. Now, I have just changed the price of this to $1 so I can actually put it through as a paid purchase. And I highly recommend doing this for all test transactions on Kajabi to see what it's like when there is an actual payment go through rather than just changing the price to $0. You certainly can do that, but I just like to make sure that everything's going to work, the payment's going to go through, and I know exactly what to expect. So instead of going to a thank you page or a library page, the person who is buying is going to see a simple page like this, which is basically just a summary of the purchase. It's going to have the name of your site, which we call like your site, not Sue's partner site. It's going to say thanks to the purchase. It will say the date that the recipient is going to get the email. Now, I did this one and tested it for immediately, but if it is set to a date in future, you will see that here, and it will then tell them what's going to happen. After the person accepts the gift, they'll be prompted to create their account. Now, that's only going to happen if that person doesn't already have an account. But if the actual buyer wants to manage their purchases and go and log in for any reason, they'll be able to do that. And it's just going to send them the information that was set up that they put into the checkout at the time. So pretty simple. They can just close out of that or actually log in and go into the site if they want to. Now, what the actual recipient will get is an email that's going to look something like this. It is just going to have, again, the name of the website as set in your Kajabi settings with an image, the image of the offer, not the product. It's going to say who the gift is from. We've got a little extra sparkle there because it says the words happy birthday, and Outlook does that. But it's got the message here, and it will then say view and accept your gift. Now, when someone clicks onto this, it is going to open up a new window that is going to take them to a page like this. It's going to tell them the name of the offer that they purchased. Again, show that. And again, have some confetti. Who doesn't love confetti, especially when it's a gift? And the message again. And this part is the new feature that Kajabi have just added. I'm super excited because previously when you were, the person was redeeming or accepting their gift, they weren't being added to your email list because the purchaser was being added to the email list if you've got your checkout set up like that. But now we have the option, and I'm going to show you where to set this up, that you can add an option for the recipient to make sure they are added to your email list. So I'll show you where to set this up so that is going to be part of this. So when they accept your gift, they will be added to your email list. Now, once you click onto accept your gift, that is going to take them to a login page if they're already registered on your site, or will prompt them, it'll send them an email to tell them to register a password on the site. So pretty cool. I love how this is set up. But you're probably wondering, all right, so where do I add in this extra field? Well, you want to go to your settings, so settings down here. You want to find checkout settings. And there is now a new option under this additional options. So you can enable gift recipients to opt in. So this provides an option for recipients to opt in when they receive a gift. Now, by default, this just says subscribe to our emails. So you might find that if no one has, or if the people here don't have a reason to subscribe to your emails, they may not. So give them a reason. Tell them why to make sure you get important information about your gift. Please subscribe to, probably don't need to make sure, please subscribe subscribe to our emails. And then I'm just going to add something in here, which I think is really helpful. You can unsubscribe at any time. So that way the person knows. So this is going to be the same message on every gift email that is sent out to the recipients. So there isn't a way to customize it per checkout, just the same way as there isn't a way to customize that in general. But if you have not come into checkout settings, please come and adjust this to make it make more sense. Now, this particular site is set up with a pre-checked opt-in box, which is why that one was already checked. You may have it set to be unchecked if that is your preference. So whatever you've got set here for your general checkout will also replicate for this recipient. So that is it. That is how you set up gift offers. I hope it makes you excited. I hope it is going to make you come into your offers and be like, wow, I didn't realize how easy that was. Enable it, do a few settings, customize the email automations and the things that are going to go out afterwards. Potentially do things like when the gift is received, add a tag so that you can perhaps segment gift recipients out of your newsletters or send them a separate welcome sequence, whatever it is that you want to do. You've got so much more flexibility now, and gift offers is such a fantastic way to add extra revenue to your business. So I really hope that you will use this feature and potentially make more sales and make more money out of Kajabi. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions or comments about gift offers, or if you have any tutorial requests, please put them into the comments below. And if you want to check out the fireside chat with Stanley from the payments team when this was first introduced, the link is in the description. And one last thing, I would so appreciate it if you like this video. I always do a happy dance whenever I see anyone subscribe and like my videos. See you next time for another fantastic Kajabi quick tip. Sue from the Unicorn Advisory, signing out.